Welcome back. In today's lesson, we are going to look at the resources feature. Click on resources. This is going to take you to a page where you have your personal space where you can create and add any lessons or folders or units. You can use this space to build whatever you want to do, and it's not going to show up in the courses until you're ready to add it in there. So in a personal space, you could add a folder, new unit, whatever, and it has the same functionality as you would in a typical course. So you can now go into this course and you can decide how you want this course to look. So maybe you want folders by week. So you create week 1. You create week 2. So you design what you think, how you want this to look. And remember, how you build it is exactly how it shows for students. So in week 1, then maybe I want to add a file, I want to add some content, I want to add an assessment, I want to add. So you can then build whatever you want to build into this workspace. Once you have finished building this, you can just say that I want to add this to a course. It's ready to go. I add it to a course. Which course do I want to add it to? I select, do I want it in a subfolder within that? If not, it's just going to be in the folder as is. And I click add, and everything that has been built in here will populate to your courses. So that's a personal space. There is also a group space. If we click here, this will take you to all the resources that relate to the group that you are in. Now, obviously, for you, it will only show the groups that you are a part of. I'm currently still part of all the groups. There's also school resources, which we'll need to be populating in time. So, for example, if we go to the SS staff, there are folders with resources for you. Now be careful with these because this you can add it to a course, but you wouldn't need to drop any of this into a course because that makes everything in here available to students. So this is more of a staff working area. So please do not add these folders to courses. If we, however, go into a specific team, let's go into the science team. There's 2 folders at the moment. There's department documents, which the department will populate in time. There is also curriculum and instruction. So what this is where we are going to try to house our curriculum, resources, and documents over time. So you will here find grade 6 science, 7 science, 10 science. We'll add the diploma courses as their own folders as well. So we go into grade 6 science, and this is where that grade 6 teacher will now start to build unit 1 and give it whatever title you give that unit. Again, how you build it here is eventually how it will show up to students. Right? This now becomes resources that are embedded into the team. So every year when new courses are populated, I don't have to rebuild my entire unit. It is stored in resources. I just click and I add it to the course. All the resources are there, all the assignments are there. All you might need to do is just to rejig the dates when things are due. But you just click and it adds your course in its totality into adds the resources into your course from here. Now we would want you to build things in here because that is where the continuity for the school will come from long term. So anybody, now that we're sharing grade levels more across the school, you want to, as a team, collaborate in here so that what you build in here for the unit is what you will be adding to all of your classes. Okay, and that is navigating some of the resources. There is also public resources. So Schoology is used by many schools across the world. Some people have built lessons. You can search for different types of lessons, and you can use this button to add something to your resources, or I can just add it to a course, or I can add it to my personal space. So if I now have added how to type math symbols in Schoology in my personal resources, that is now there. I can now copy it to a course, move it, add it to a course that I want kids to do this activity. You can obviously view what the activity is before you add it. But yeah, it's just pre-built that you can use in your courses. So there's a lot of rich resources available to people in the public group areas. And that is the basic overview of resources.